everyone, it's LaShawn with Life's a Story. Welcome back into my backyard. Welcome back to my page. Today is a day I've been waiting for quite some time. It's the day that I received my new bees and I'm getting ready to put them in their new home. Come on over, let me show you what I've done. I have my smoker going, thanks to my son. Doubled up on the brood boxes. And painted it with patio outdoor wood paint to preserve the wood for as long as possible. My nuke is in the back of my truck and I'm getting ready to open it up and give them a little bit of smoke so that I can calm them down, and then I can place them over here where the brood box is and let them acclimate their navigation to this area before I release them. So I'll probably let them sit here for about an hour. The bee person that I bought these from did say I could put them immediately in, but I think I'm gonna wait at least 30 minutes to an hour to let them get used to the atmosphere. Okay, here is my brood box or my nuke box container. I just picked these up from Honeysmith, and he told me that they were ready to come on to their new home. As you can hear, they have quieted down significantly. I gave them a couple puffs of smoke, and they are just kind of chilling now. So I'm going to move them from here over to their new home. I'm really nervous because I've never really dealt with bees before, but it's going to be okay. Okay, so they're in there. I'm going to let them sit for about an hour, and then I'm going to come back out and put them in their new home. I did get a Flow Hive too from the manufacturer, directly from the Flow Hive. But I did have to do some research on what kind of bees were good for us, and also what would be good, because we are putting this on our land, in our yard, where we're going to have people coming and going. So this is probably the best place it's going to be, okay? We did put it in a raised bed to kind of give it a bit of parameters. We do have a couple of children that be playing around in the area, and we wanted, everyone to see and hear and know that there were bees present and to beware. So yeah, I'm gonna come back in an hour. I'll bring you back with me so that we can put the bees into their home. One more thing, I did get the Flow Hive brood box, but when I went to purchase my bees, he encouraged me, he's a seasoned beekeeper, number one, but he encouraged me to get a second brood box, which we bought from him, along with 10 more frames, so that the bees would have more space to move about and to form a really strong colony. So you really want a really strong colony so that when you put the super on later, which is where they store their extra honey, it'll be really, really, really a strong hive that you are extracting honey from. So I took his advice, and I'm excited to get started. Okay, so here is our setup. There's my roof, our brood box number 1, brood box number 2 is there. The bees are still getting acclimated to their new home space, so they're there. I do have 2 plants. We decided to put in a raised bed just so we could have a definite space to house the bees. It's cute, but it's also, there's a reason, just to make sure that, you know, we have a controlled area where we can keep the beehive at the appropriate angle. A little water source for them, with some rocks, pebbles, and some water. That dish actually was my dog's puppy bowl when he first came to us, so we weren't using it anymore, clearly, so I decided to repurpose it for this situation. Okay, guys, it's time. I'm a little stressed out about it, but I'm gonna be okay. Okay, I got my smoker. I'm gonna relax, make them relax, and then I got my noop. I'm gonna put my smoker right here, just in case. And then I'm gonna open the nuke box, okay? And I have a lot of protection on, so I'm anticipating that they're gonna be upset, okay? And then I'm gonna put them in. Oh, I opened it up. Oh God. I can do this. Careful not to smash any. Okay. I've opened the box. They're kind of trying to figure out what's going on. They're trying to figure out who I am. There's tons of comb here and on the lid. This smoker is too much. I'm gonna put it over here until I need it. Okay. So I've opened it up. They're not really swarming. I'm being very deliberate and slow. They're kind of flying around the hive. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells. So I'm gonna take 5 out of my brood box so I can replace the ones that they're already inhabiting and put them in here. Also, I'm gonna make sure that I put them on the inside of the hive. I learned that it's very important to keep them in the order, that they have them. Okay, extract my first frame and put it in the hive. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Am I afraid? Yup. But it's gonna be okay. The biggest thing they said was to go slow and trust, ay Dios mío, the process. Trusting the process. Sorry, guys. It has a ton of capped brood in it. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. They were getting so stuffed in there, they were starting to make comb at the top. I didn't see the queen. I'm going to be brave. Frame number 2. I'm gonna smoke a little bit just to keep them a little calm. Now that the first one's out, the second one is easy to maneuver. I have one bee that's curious about my face, but I'm okay, and so is the bee. Here is the second one. I'm gonna look on there and see if I can find the queen. Okay. Okay. All right, you think after 2 it'd get easier. Oh no, I'm still scared. But you know what? You can do it while you're scared, and that's okay. You don't have to be unscared to do something new. You can do it while you are scared. Right? Right. All right, this one was way easier. Again, I'm gonna try to see if I can find the queen. I still haven't seen her. I wish you could see a close-up of this. Is really beautiful. I see honey. I see a lot of brood cells, which they're taking care of their babies. I just have not seen the queen yet. See if I can just pull this. No, it's stuck together. All right, I feel calm. I haven't been stung yet. I thought I did, but I'm good so far. I'm pretty sure maybe they've tried to sting me. Perhaps. There's the queen. I see her. I see her. She has a little blue dot on her back. They marked her for me, so I could easily find her. She has a little circle of attendants around her that are taking care of her, making sure she's well taken care of. Okay. Last frame. I'm just trying not to squish any bees. Go slow and deliberate. Ooh, sorry, little bee. Okay. There's a ton. This is actually very heavy. It is like heavy with honey. This whole thing is honey. It's actually, yeah, it's dripping with honey. Wonder if I should put this on the outside. Yeah, because technically the honey, I'm just trying not to squish them. Okay. Oh. I'm wondering if I'm attacking them, am I friend or am I foe? They don't know. I feel really brave. I was afraid of being stung. And they're not happy, don't make no mistake. But at the same time, I'm not really being stung because I have on my protective gear. One just died, sorry. That's probably why they're upset. All right. All right. So, I have the bees. They are inserted. Next thing I'm going to do is put them next to the entrance. Shake them, let them go in. Come on, go to your home. Gently. I can see them. I wish I had my phone camera with me because they're all crawling in. All right. A very active beehive. I'm going to leave this here throughout the night. I have a few more bees on here. Happy Mother's Day to me. Oh, here. All right, so they're all going in. Okay. This is amazing. I feel so accomplished with just this one little thing that I've done. I have introduced bees, a bee colony to my home. I'm gonna leave this here. Then I'm going to carefully, oh so carefully, look, you can see them. They're crawling all over my suit. I think one of them stung me and that's why it's dead. So sorry, buddy. The most important thing is making sure that all of the frames are touching at the appropriate width. The next thing I'm going to do now that the bees are in their hive is I'm going to put the second layer of the second brood box on top so that they have that to expand to as well. And once this one has been fully colonized, then it'll be time for me to put the super on, which to them is where they'll be storing their honey reserves for the winter, which is where we will be harvesting them for our own purposes. I'm gonna put the separator on. The separator is to keep the queen from going up into the super where the honey is so that she doesn't lay any eggs in the super where the honey is. And only the worker bees will be able to move back and forth, and they don't carry the egg, they won't be carrying the eggs up there. Lastly, I'll put the lid on. In the wintertime when food is scarce, I'll be able to access the bees and feed them through this port with bee food. So I'm gonna keep that put in there until we need it. For the last piece. Oh my gosh. All right, they got the queen, they're in there. They have their entrance going in and out. Now that I have my bees, I will be probably giving them a couple of days to acclimate themselves to their new home. And then once I've done that, they are actually, let me line this up better. I wonder if I put them in correctly. I think I put them in correctly. I'm wondering if I should have put them in the top brood box instead of the bottom one.
You can check them every Saturday.
Maybe.
When everybody's home.
I should have Googled it. I feel unsure.
They're organic.
What's going to happen is they're going to seal up the edges, weatherize it.
So I would take why?
To weatherproof the inside of the colony. Yeah, I mean, it's done now. I think it'll be fine. I don't think it'll kill them. Okay, so thank you for coming back to my channel and being with me as I took a step to bravery and introduced my very first bee colony to their first home. I ran out of smoke in the smoker. So I'm glad that they are gently bred animals. I don't think I got stung, but they were definitely trying to figure out how to do it. All right, so thank you for coming with me in my yard, in my bee yard. Thank you for coming back to my channel. My name's LaShawn, and remember, life's a story, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hear that? That's the sound of progress.